Okay, welcome everyone. So, starting in a comfortable seated position, rest your hands softly down on your thighs, lengthen your spine, close your eyes, and we'll begin our session together by very gently just taking a few breaths to settle down into our seated position. And as you do that, just notice if there's anything anywhere really obvious that you can relax a little more, or anywhere that you can let go a little more. As soon as we become still and quiet, those very obvious places kind of stand out, don't they? Like the jaw. Can we soften the jaw a little bit more? Can we relax the shoulders a little bit more? Can we relax the skin of the face, the skin of the brow? Just softening the frontal forehead area. Maybe take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine that you're drawing a blind down from the top of the forehead, lowering over the eyelids. And just let your attention come to the area of the heart center in the center of the chest. And you might want to invite your breath to flow and land right in that soft location in the center of the chest. And just notice if the back of your neck is contracted and shortened and the chin is sticking up, and just see if you can let the chin lower a little bit towards the throat and the base of the back of the skull to float upwards towards the ceiling. Notice your breath with a gentle attention. And you might want to bring your hand to the heart center now. And that placing of the heart, the hand on the heart, just gives us that acknowledgement that we are here with ourselves. And let yourself breathe directly into that space behind the hand, feel the warmth of the hand. And then just acknowledge whatever is living inside of you right now. Just really gently, without giving it too much kind of intensity of focus, but just a gentle sense of acknowledging and welcoming whatever is inside of you right now. Breathing into that relationship with your inner life. A sense of meeting yourself and of welcoming your self, your awareness into your body. And we'll bring the palms together now in front of the heart into Anjali Mudra, mudra of devotion to your own inner world, your own inner wisdom. Deep breath in, we'll chant Om together. Om. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, turn your palms downwards and slide your hands downwards towards the abdomen area. Rest with your hands in this triangular mudra at the abdomen here. And see if you can feel as if your hands are inviting your breath right down into your abdomen. And then as you exhale, just stroke out your thighs and let your hands rest on your knees now. And we're going to begin to take some pranayama practices. First of all, take a nice, gentle, soft, deep breath in. And as you exhale, let your awareness drop down, 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 all the way through the spine, right to the bottom of your spine into the pelvis area. And let your awareness radiate through the whole entire architecture of your pelvis, that heavy dome-like structure. And just sense that that inhalation does flow down like a river and fills the dome of your pelvis up. Kind of like, imagine the breath to be like a fluid as you breathe in, and allow your pelvis to begin to fill up with the fluid of your breath. As you exhale, really sense the weight of your pelvic bowl dropping down into the support beneath you. Take another inhalation all the way down into the pelvic dome. And slowly exhale. At the bottom of your exhalation, continue exhaling all the way. And at the very bottom of your exhalation, don't breathe in again. Hold your breath and lift your pelvic floor gently. So as if you're just stopping from going to the toilet, lift your pelvic floor and hold the breath out. And then allow your breath to come in, release the contraction in your pelvic floor and breathe in all the way down into your pelvis. Once again, slowly exhale all the way out until you've no more breath left. Don't breathe in, and then lift your pelvic floor. This is called Mula Bandha, the root lock. And then inhale again. We're going to do this practice one last time. We're just awakening the nerve endings right down in the base of your pelvis, in the root chakra. Just awakening energy in your body. Exhaling all the way out. And really allow your awareness to be really drawn down into the pelvic floor as you empty your breath, hold the breath out and lift your pelvic floor. Let the contraction in your pelvic floor draw your awareness there. And relax. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale all the way out. Let that go. We're going to practice Kapalabhati now, which is sometimes called skull shining breath. It's also called frontal brain cleansing breath. And Kapa means cranium, and Bhati means light. So it's like a breath practice that brings a sense of light and illumination to the mind. But it's also a very concentrated practice down in the abdomen. This is where the physical action of pumping your navel is happening. So many of you have done this with me before, but just to remind you that the exhalation is emphasized and the inhalation is what happens without effort as a result of forcing the air out. So the inhalation is a reaction to the exhalation. As I force my air out through my nostrils, my navel's going to pump backwards. So I'm going to breathe in, then I'm going to exhale and shoot the breath out my nostrils. My navel goes in, okay? Because I've forced the air out, the in-breath happens very naturally. So you don't worry about the in-breath. You're focused on the exhalation. If you become dizzy, then gently let it go. And when you're ready, begin again and do the breath practice with less effort and more awareness, less forcefully, okay? When we do this breath practice, we stimulate the energy that we've awoken down in the base chakra by lifting the pelvic floor. There's a sense of upward movement of the internal energies of our body. It comes into the area of the abdomen. We start to pump the abdomen, and this starts to really activate all of the energies in the abdominal area and core area here. Similarly, or an additional effect is, and I don't often talk about these things when I do this practice, but I'm really keen to kind of give you a bit more substance to this breath practice. So it's really, when you have more knowledge and substance, it really enlivens what the practices that we do. So Kapalabhati, when we exhale anyway, in the physiological effect on the brain of the cerebrospinal fluid is that when you exhale, the cerebrospinal fluid kind of makes the brain expand a little bit. When we inhale, there's a kind of inward movement of this fluid, right? So there's this pulsing that goes on when we're breathing all the time. And if we really emphasize the exhalation, we kind of get this like pulsing of the cerebrospinal fluid around the brain that is emphasizing the expansion of the brain. Okay, so this practice has a massaging effect on the brain. So you're going to feel it down in your abdomen when you're contracting, and you're also going to be focusing on the head area. What I'd like you to do before we begin is close your eyes and just bring your awareness to the point between the eyebrows. Now, sitting up straight, everybody, roll your shoulders back, lengthen up the spine, and just take a few deep breaths in as you allow your eyes to softly, so your inner gaze softly moves towards the center point between the eyebrows, and this is called Shambhavi Mudra. So when we engage mudra, bandha, and breath, we are no longer just moving physically, we are really harnessing all of the energies inside of us to create a change in consciousness, right? Change in consciousness that creates or allows us to experience more peace, a sense of wider expansion and connection with life itself. So the one last thing I want to say is, if you have any prolapse, or if you have really high blood pressure, instead of doing this breath with fire, this skull shining breath, you're going to take a nice deep breath in, and you're going to exhale all the way out, and you're going to practice Mula Bandha, holding your breath at the bottom of your out breath and lifting the pelvic floor. But let's together now begin our breath of fire practice, skull shining breath. Take a nice gentle soft breath in with your awareness focused on the space between the eyebrows. Breathe all the way out before we begin. Now we only breathe in half our capacity before we start to forcefully exhale through the nostrils. So inhale halfway and begin to pump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. Inhale all the way up. Lengthen your spine, lift your chest. Exhale gently all the way out. Good. Inhale halfway for a second round. It shouldn't be tiring. If it is, make less effort, more awareness. And begin. Keep your gaze focused on that place between the eyebrows, nice and soft. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Exhale all the way out. One more round. Awareness in your navel and in the space between your eyebrows. Inhale to begin halfway. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a nice deep breath in. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. Softly open your eyes. Bring your hands right to the top of your thighs where the crease of the hips are. Push the heels of your hands down. Straighten your arms so that pushes your breastbone up and lifts you into a very tall spine. Take a nice deep breath in. Hold your breath at the top of your in-breath and lift your pelvic floor as well. Drop your chin to your chest. And exhale, let the shoulders relax, let the arms relax, breathe all the way out. Take a nice deep breath in, push down on your thighs. Inhale, lengthen up through your spine, arms straighten, lift your chest. Breathe in right to the top of your in-breath, hold your breath, drop your chin, lift your pelvic floor. Lift your chin, relax the shoulders, breathe in. One more time, everyone, and now really try to lengthen up as you do this. Empty all your breath out, and you're going to lift your navel as well. Core lifting in and up underneath the ribs. Take a nice deep breath in, push down on the tops of your thighs with the heels of your hands, straighten the arms, lift the chest. The chin to the chest, lift the and lift the muscles underneath your ribs. And release. Really nice, everybody. Deep breath in, reach your arms up, inhale. Exhale, draw your palms down through the center line, hands touching. Exhale. I want you to begin Ujjayi breath now. Ujjayi breath is another pranayama. Deep breath in. So Ujjayi breath. As you close your eyes, you gently constrict the muscles of the throat to create like a light snoring sound in the back of the throat. Exhale. Keep going, please, with your own breath rhythm. And what I want to say to you is that this breath practice, Ujjayi breath, this is sometimes called psychic breath because of the effect it has on your mind. And it's just an... So in class, I often notice that a lot of people aren't doing the Ujjayi breath. It's not just an add-on, it's not a kind of a pseudo-spiritual thing. It creates physiological change inside the body and inside the brain. So please stay with this breath practice. Take a couple more rounds. This breath practice, the sound of it, the texture of it, the rhythm of it, because it's steady, it really creates deep and intense concentration. Not the kind of intensity that causes stress, the kind of soft intensity that allows your mind to let go of all of the things that disturb it. Okay, so you're going to continue that practice. I'm going to change cameras. You're going to continue with Ujjayi breath, but you can let go of come out of the seated posture now and come straight onto your fronts. Okay, you can rest your forehead on your hands, or you can bring your arms forward in prostration pose on the floor and just begin. So laying directly on your front. And go right back into that gentle, soft Ujjayi breath. So we're just laying here doing nothing. We're cultivating prana, cultivating life force in the way that we are using our breath. This pranayama really promotes internalization of the senses, which in yoga is called pratyahara. It's sense withdrawal, where we focus really into our inner world. Beautiful, everyone. Just really get a sense of the potency of your own breath, the life force that exists within us, that we cultivate in real time, moment to moment, through our breath. And let that sound draw your consciousness, draw your awareness inwards. Let the soothing, steady pace of your own breath rhythm be like a comfort, like a calming companion who has the capacity to arouse calm and quiet within you. Last breath. When you're ready, move your hands back by your ribs, very gently press up to all fours, and walk your hands back until they are directly underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Then use your eyes, your drishti, your gaze, and very softly look forwards along your mat until your gaze lifts away from the mat and lifts into the space in front of you and up. Now keep that shape in your back, tuck your toes under as you begin to glide your hips back. Breathing in. Now as you exhale and come forwards, drop the chin to the chest, round the spine and glide your hips forwards. Then use your eyes again, breathing in, gently looking up as you arch your tailbone to the sky, fold in the backs of the knees, fold in the fronts of the hips, and then exhale as you come forwards and round your spine. And you could imagine that your spine has a similar kind of quality to your breath, or that through the vessel of your spine there is a mist of breath that flows up and down it as you move and breathe. Now, even though this is you alone on your mat in your home. I'd like to invite you to really connect to this practice of yoga, so that it's not just a thing you're watching and doing, but it's a thing you're being. You are being yoga as you move. Now you're going to go the other way. So as you go back, you're going to round the spine. Exhale now and look down as you go back. And then you're going to look up and snake your spine, rippling through from the upper middle to lower spine. As you come forwards, look up as you come forwards, and look down as you go back, exhaling. And can you maybe, well, that you don't have to, but if it feels okay for you to close the eyes, I recommend closing the eyes and just really visualize the wave of your own spine as it moves through space. And really visualize and imagine the mists of your breath traveling through the vessel of your spine as you move. Good. On your last one, as you go back, you're going to untuck your toes and sink your hips down to your toes. Take your knees a little wider and come into a child's pose. Rest your forehead on the ground, or if you feel that, or if you notice that your head is hanging off your spine, it means that you would do well to have, you would benefit from having something under your forehead. Rest your arms wherever is most comfortable and convenient for you, and just breathe. You're still cultivating Ujjayi breath. You're still allowing your breath to invite you in, deep inside of yourself. And we don't go inwards in yoga to hide away from the world. So it's not an inward journey of hiding in the shadows inside. It's an inward journey of coming into a bright connection with all that there is inside of you. It's an inward journey of becoming more alive from the inside out. On your next inhalation, very gently rise forwards. Inhale, up to all fours. Now let there be that nice little natural curve in your lumbar spine. Tuck the toes under. Your tailbone is like the arrow, the pointing of an arrow, and you're going to point the tailbone, the arrowhead, right up to the sky as you come into your down dog. Knees float away from the ground. Let your head tip down. No need to straighten the legs fully unless that feels really good. You can soften the knees. Make sure that your heels are tracking back directly behind your toes. And see if you can lengthen or draw your hips higher towards the ceiling. Now, often bending the knees helps that action happen. So try it. Bend the knees a bit, send the tailbone to the sky, and notice how that tractions out your spine a bit more and opens out. It really stretches, intensifies the stretch around the underneath of the armpits into the arms. And now what you're going to do is lift your heels really high and lift your pelvic floor. So here is the magic. This is where we're not just moving, but we start to actually harness energy in the poses. We start to cultivate this bubbling life force deep inside of us in the postures. So in your down dog, you can gently engage Mula Bandha and notice the effect that that has on the posture and the effect that that has on the way you experience yourself in this posture. Good. Very gently walk your feet forwards towards the front of your mat, coming into a forward fold. And please soften the knees, feet hip width apart. Put your hands on your shins somewhere or your ankles, just so that you get to really feel that the weight is entirely in your feet. You're balanced right the way through the landscape of the underneath of the foot, and then explore taking your weight slightly forwards into the toes. More, taking your weight, let your weight spread backwards through your feet, through the bone structure of your feet, into your heels a bit more. And do you notice those fibrous tendons at the fronts of the ankles switch on when you take the weight back into the heels, stabilizing you to stop you falling over? Take your weight into the center and then bring your weight over into the outside edges of your feet and the inside edges of your feet. And then just root your feet down and just wiggle your hips. When I say wiggle, I kind of mean just sway your hips from one side to the other, so that your feet are now anchored and the weight is spreading and really stable through the whole of the sole of the feet. Not more in the fronts of the feet, not more in the backs of the feet, but spreading all over. Come into stillness. Take a nice deep breath in, soft knees, release the head, neck and shoulders, bend the knees and roll up through the spine. Now if you have disc issues, bring your hands to your thighs, straighten your spine before you come up. Otherwise you're rolling through the spine to stand. Good. Now as you stand up, I'd like to invite you to keep your feet very parallel, directly underneath your hips. And you're going to reach your fingertips down towards the floor. Spread your fingers a little, not rigid, but just create space between the fingers. And then from your shoulders, gently rotate your arm bones outwards, so the palms turn to the sides and then the palms turn around to the back. And do you feel that the tide of the in-breath just really wants to wash into your chest? Now as you exhale, release, let the spiraling arms just drop down so the palms face towards the sides of your body. And let's do that again. Inhale. Reach through the fingers, open the palms, open the fingers, externally rotate the arm bones right from up in the shoulders. Now lift your navel and lift the pelvic floor a little bit. It's quite strong, isn't it? So lifting the pelvic floor emphasizes the upward flow of energy. And exhale, release the spine. Bring your feet together. Now take your arms forwards. Inhale. As you exhale, please take left arm forwards, right arm backwards. Look to your backhand and let the arms go right down, right down until they're beside you. Turn everything to the front. Inhale, reach your arms up. Gently squeeze your inner thighs together. Exhale, left arm backwards, right arm forwards. Look to your left hand, circle everything down, come back to the front. Now please turn your palms out again, away from the sides of your body, and let your elbows soften a bit so your arms are no longer fully erect, they're not straight, there's a softness in the elbows. And as you gently float your arms up, could I please invite you to feel as if you're sending the tips of your shoulder blades as far down towards your sacrum as possible. So as they come up, it's like you're sending the arrowheads of the bottom of the shoulder blades down. Good. Now breathe in. And exhale, turn your palms down, float the arms down. Now we're going to straighten the arms and do exactly the same thing. Roll the arm bones out, right from up at the shoulders. Feel how the shoulder blades pull around towards one another, around the back of the rib cage. As your arms go out, try to imagine you're drawing the bottom tips of the shoulder blades as far down your back as possible as you continue to lift your arms to the sky. Now at the top there, it's strong, isn't it? You're going to lift onto the balls of your feet. Exhale, lower the arms and lower the heels, Ujjayi. Ujjayi breath. We're going to do the same thing, but as you lift your arms, as you turn your arms out, shoulder blades go down, 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 down. Arms go out and up, 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 up. Right at the top, before you lift up onto the balls of your feet, please engage Mula Bandha. Lift your pelvic floor, lift it, keep it engaged. Now lift up onto the balls of your feet. Squeeze your inner thighs. Keep lifting Mula Bandha. Now keep lifting Mula Bandha even as you lower your heels. You exhale, the arms come down, lowering the heels, lifting Mula Bandha, Mula Bandha, Mula Bandha. Bring your palms together in front of the heart. And relax. Yeah, let it soften off a bit. Let go of Mula Bandha. Ujjayi breath. Let's take some vinyasa flows. Arms out to the side. Reach up. Inhale. Exhale, diving forwards. Good. Now inhale into a flat back. Hands come up to the tops of the shins. Lengthen the spine and engage Mula Bandha. So that upward lift in the pelvis gives that momentum upwards through the whole of your spine. Then exhale, release everything down. Let your ribs soften over your thighs. Breathing in, stepping both feet back into downward facing dog. Exhale, lift your heels, lower the knees. Empty your breath, empty your breath, empty your breath. Inhale, arch your spine and look up. Knees, chest, chin, Ashtangiyasana. So you have to go forwards first, bend the elbows, drop the chin and the chest to the floor, and then release your whole front body down. Roll the shoulders back, lengthen your legs away. Inhale, lengthen and lift the chest, draw the shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes, press up to all fours. Downward facing dog. And gently engage Mula Bandha. It's not a strenuous contraction of the pelvic floor. It's a really light picking up. Ujjayi breath. I want to remind you at this moment, this is your yoga practice. If you need to rest, if anything feels too much for you, please rest and replenish, recover. You know, take child's pose or rest on your back anytime you like. Bring your feet together, raise your right leg to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forward between the hands. Good. Root through your feet, float your arms up. Inhale. Good. Step forwards, fold. Exhale, hands to the earth. Left foot joins the right foot. Empty the breath. Burst your arms out to the side. Stand all the way up. Reach up. Look up. Inhale. Palms down through the center. Lift your pelvic floor. Empty your breath. Again, breathing in, reaching up. Exhale, diving forwards. Even though this is strong work, breathe in, flat back. Can you keep a sense of inner softness? As you breathe, let your breath step back into down dog. Let your breath underpin everything you do with a sense of softness. Lower the knees to the floor, empty your breath, inhale, arch the spine and look up. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Release your body down, roll the shoulders back. Inhale. Don't make it hard, make it sweet and juicy. Exhale, lower down. Press up to all fours, inhale. Glide your hips up to down dog, exhale. Close your eyes and focus on the space between your eyebrows. Ujjayi. Step your feet together, raise your left leg to the sky, inhale. Keep your awareness on the space between your eyebrows, exhale, step the left foot forwards, lightly and gently. Good, inhale, even though your eyes are open, your awareness is at the space between the eyebrows, reach up. Exhale, lower the hands down and step the back foot forwards to fold in. Good. Have your big toes touching, your heels slightly apart, maybe a softness in the knees. If there's a strong yanking in the backs of the knees, you want to soften them. Take holds of your elbows and release over. Close your eyes, focus on the point between your eyebrows. Ujjayi breath. Become absorbed. Accept the invitation that your breath is offering you. So let go of everything else that has been concerning your mind. And just be in the heartbeat of your breath. Good. Release your arms down. Stay with your breath. Arms out to the sides. Lengthen the spine. Stand all the way up. Inhale.
Grasses.
Exhale the arms down by your side.
Water.
Draw the navel up. Lift your pelvic floor. Take your arms back out and up. Rise up onto the balls of your feet. Lifting your pelvic floor. Inhaling. Exhale, slowly lower your heels to the earth, arms come down by your side. Spread your weight through the whole of your feet, take your arms behind you, bend your knees, inhale. Keep your awareness on the third eye, inhale. Chair pose, exhale, folding. 2 more of those, inhale.
Nature embraces us.
Keep your awareness at the third eye.
And we embrace nature.
Move smoothly. Align with the smoothness of your own breath. Exhale.
We are nature.
Step your left foot as far back as it will go. Turn the left toes out, the left heel down. Front knee is over front ankle. Windmill the arms all the way up and over to warrior 2. Breathe. Now press down into the earth with your feet, and then the ground forces will rebound back up into you and you will feel lighter. Good. Exhale. And then you're going to bring your hands back down to the earth as you lift your back heel and spin the back hip to face the floor. And then you're going to take the arms back up to the sky again. And you're going to bring the palms together, twist to the right. Exhale as you take the left elbow to the outer right thigh. Press that back leg strong and straight. Lift the heel forwards over the toes if you
Is a
can.
manifestation of God.
Now I'm going to turn around to show you, those of you who wish to, line up your forearm bone with your thigh bone and take the other hand behind your back. And look towards your back hip. You can even snuggle your left thumb into the crease of your right hip and send it back. If it's too much, pop your back knee down on the floor. Open up your chest for the last couple of breaths. Keep your awareness on the third eye. If you're getting tired, gently engage your pelvic floor. Good. Exhale, look down, hands to the earth. Step back into down dog. Lower your knees to the floor. Sink back into child's pose. Drop into your third eye. Ujjayi breath. Good. Rise forwards to all fours. Inhale. Tuck your toes. Exhale to down dog. Now simply step your right foot forwards between your hands straight away. Spin foot under so that you're sitting in, this is called some kind of goddess pose, I can't remember which. Bring your elbow down in front of your leg and then take your left arm to the sky. And then what you're going to do is spin that left thumb palm to the wall behind you so the whole arm bone rotates inwards. You see that? Your shoulder comes forwards, and then you can wrap that arm behind your back and you can take your right hand underneath your leg and see if you can grab hold of the fingertips. The fingertips connect somewhere under the buttock. And you're still opening out here. So this is very much a pose which asks you to keep the chest open, to lengthen rather than to round. Last breath. Ooh, good. Release that. Put your hands down on the floor in front of you. Then you can pivot on that knee and then walk your hand step into down dog. Lift your left leg to the sky. Step your left foot forwards between the hands. Turn your right toes out, right heel down. I'm going to switch sides so you can see the front of me. Windmill your arms up and over into warrior two. Now make easier work of this pose by pressing down into the feet. Counterintuitive because you think, oh, that's hard work, but actually if you root down into the ground, ground forces rebound up and make you feel lighter. Ujjayi breath, awareness at the space between the eyebrows. Lengthening, opening across the chest. As you exhale, bring your hands down either side of that front foot. Let your back heel lift, pivot on the ball of the back foot so the right hip faces the floor. Sink your hips down a little bit if you can. Raise your arms up into a high lunge. Inhale. Good. Stay connected even as you move between postures. Connected to your breath, palms together. Connected to your third eye. Exhaling, exhaling. Twist right elbow to outer left thigh. Breathe. If it's too much, pop the back knee down. Those of you that want to, you bring your right forearm along the left thigh bone and you wrap your left arm behind. Good. Exhale the hands to the earth. Step back into down dog for a moment. And then step that left foot forwards again, drop the right knee down, and then pivot on the knee. Turn the right foot towards the left foot and sit your bottom down on the right heel. Bring your left arm to the inside of the left shin. Put the hand on the floor and open the right arm to the sky. Now start to turn that thumb, turn it around to the back wall, turn it forwards and into the whole arm bone, spirals inwards, the shoulder points down, and then you can wrap that hand behind you, snuggle the left hand under and see if you can bind behind. If you're here, it's fine. Just keep reaching for that hand. Good. Release the bind. Put the hands down on the floor in front of you. Come back onto your knee and pivot that foot back behind you. Walk the hands to frame the front foot. Lift the back knee. Step back into downward facing dog. Now, if you want to do knees, chest, chin, pop the knees down now as you exhale. Inhale, arch the spine. Otherwise, you can come into plank pose, chaturanga, by inhaling into a plank, heels over the toes, shoulders over the wrists. And exhale, lower down, all the way to the floor, folks. And then you're going to all interlace your fingers behind your back, extend your arms, lift the legs, lift the arms. Shalabhasana. Beautiful, everyone. Exhale, release the forehead to the ground, press back into all fours, and then to down dog. Walk your feet forwards to the front of your mat. Don't come all the way to the front. Have your hands towards the front of your mat. Make sure there's space in front of you. There's about 1.5 feet between your hands and your feet. So if your hands don't flatten down on the floor, you need to bend your knees as much as it takes to get your hands flat. Spread your fingers wide and then grip the mat with your fingertips. Lift your heels and lower them. Use Mula Bandha. So if you lift the heels, could you please have a sense that you're lifting Mula Bandha? And exhale, lower them down. Release the bandha. Lift the heels. Lower them down. Now take a nice deep breath in before you go anywhere. Exhale all the breath out, and at the bottom of the out breath, lift the heels and lift Mula Bandha. And then breathe in while you're up there. And exhale. Now I want you to go for this 3 more times if you're not going to do crow pose with us. So those of you that want to try crow pose, let your weight shift into your hands, lift your heels. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale as you bend your knees. At the end of the exhalation, lift Mula Bandha and rock your weight forwards onto the platform of your upper arms. Use Mula Bandha, use Mula Bandha. Good. Have another go. If it's too difficult, then come out of it. Just see what it's like. Not to take off, but just let some weight go into the platform of your upper arm. That's how you're going to get strong. That's how you train the body to feel safe and secure in this posture. Good. Release the feet to the floor. Sit this down. Bring your palms together so you're in Malasana, wide feet. We're out of Malasana, and we're going to extend the right leg forwards and bend the left knee. You're going to take your left arm up, so same arm as leg that is bent. Your right hand is on the floor beside you. Lengthen out through your underneath leg. Reach this arm forwards. And you see this knee? The bent knee is pressing inwards to secure itself against the arm towards the midline. Marichyasana 1, this is the first stage of a bound twist. So you're reaching for that foot. Now some of you might want to just grab hold of the shin or even flex the foot and grab hold of the toes. Okay, this might be enough for you. I just want you to gently work with keeping the inner seam of the right leg stabilizing in towards the midline, and work with pressing your thigh bone of the extended leg down. Those of you that want to try for the bind, you turn the thumb down, the whole arm bone rolls down, the shoulder rolls down, rolls in, and you wrap that hand around. The other arm goes behind and you interlace you hook your fingers. And you're forward folding. So I'll show this from the other side. Ujjayi breath, folks. Close your eyes, focus on the space between the eyebrows. Good, release that. Extend your left leg out, flex the feet, big toes touching, Dandasana, fingertips to the floor just behind the hips, elbows are bent, roll the shoulders back, shoulder blades slide down behind the rib cage and lift the chest up, push out through the heels, draw the navel in and lift Mula Bandha. Good, and release. Taking the other leg now. So it will be your right knee bends, your left leg extends out. Use your left hand to support you like a stabilizer on a child's bike as you find length in the right side of your body, right side of your waist lengthening out, and then you reach forwards. That outer knee presses in and anchors against the right arm. You either hold on to your shin or your foot, or you spin the thumb down, wrap the arm behind you and hold on to your fingers. Breathe in and exhale forward. Feel the rhythm of your breath.
Pritam Bhagavati, Pritam Bhagavati, Pritam Bhagavati.
Good, release. Unravel your spine. Feel the spine unravel, nice and tall, fingertips just behind your hips, extend your legs out, lengthen up, Bandhasana. Gently engage Mula Bandha. It's always an action that shouldn't feel like a real strain. So often we do it so hard because we're trying so hard that it strains us. So if that happens, let go and try again. Do it with less force and more awareness. Because we're not supposed to feel massive contractions in the body with this. We're actually looking to feel a more subtle sensation of energy rising inside. Good. Now point your toes, lean back onto your hands, turn the fingertips forwards, bend one knee, place the foot flat, bend the other knee, place the feet flat, and lift up to a tabletop. Send your hips in line with your ribs and your knees. Then drop your bottom down. Balance on your sit bones. Bring the feet together, the knees together. Lengthen up through the spine, shoulders back. Hands transfer to behind your legs. Come up to Ardha Navasana or Full Navasana. You can also have your hands supporting you wherever you want. Good. Now I want you to cross your legs. Last vinyasa, go forwards over your feet, onto your toes. Lift your hips back to down dog. Breathe in. Either lower your knees to the floor for knees, chest, chin, or move into plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Now everybody come up here that suits you, a baby one, a medium one, a high one, or a down dog. And then gently draw your hips back. Bow your head to the ground. Let your third eye touch the floor for one breath. Rest it there for one breath. And then gently come forwards onto all fours. And you're going to take your brick or your bolster, or if you have a towel, I'd like you to roll up your towel into a sausage. And this is going to go beside you. Bend your knees. Make sure you have your brick close, or your bolster, or your towel. Lift your hips up and pop your pelvis, your sacrum, onto whatever it is that you have. Now, this is too flat. So if you have a towel, you might need to roll it up into a sausage and then fold it in half so that it makes a higher platform for your pelvis. Then draw one knee in and stretch the other leg away. Press out through the heel. The higher height you have, the deeper the stretch will be for your psoas muscle. But what's really important in this posture is that there is a lot of, the straight leg is very active, so you're really activating all of the muscles of the leg, pushing out through the heel. Your nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel that Uddiyana Bandha, which is that sense of drawing the abdominal muscles in and up underneath the ribs. It's not that you force them, but you allow them as you exhale to move, and you'll feel the soft tissue, the fascial connections all around the psoas opening up. If you have a block and you're feeling like you're not getting much stretch, you could turn it up to its medium height. Make sure that it's supporting the whole bone, width of the bone of the sacrum. Let's lower the bent knee to the foot to the floor, bend the other knee in, bring the other knee right into the chest, then slide the opposite leg out, push out through the heel and stretch the psoas. Feel the abdomen inflate with breath. Exhale, let the abdominal contents sink. Let the waist narrow and lengthen back underneath the ribs as you push out through the heel. Good. Then release the bent knee foot to the floor. Bring the other foot in. Lift your hips up. Remove the prop. Interlace your fingers underneath your back. Extend your arms. Gently squeeze your glute muscles. Let the chin soften in towards the throat. Lengthen the back of the base of the skull. And then exhale, release the hands out to the side. And just slowly lower your spine down to the earth. Take a nice deep breath in, slide one leg out. Exhale the other leg out. Bring the arms down somewhere about 45-degree angle from your body, a little bit of space there. down into Shavasana. As you close your eyes, bring your awareness to the space between the eyebrows. Take 2 final rounds of Ujjayi breath. And on the last exhalation of this Ujjayi, let your lips part a little bit and let your jaw relax. And let all the breath go out through the mouth. And let go of Ujjayi breath completely. Do nothing with the breath now. Let it come in and go out of its own accord. So we're no longer directing or controlling the breath. We're just letting the pulse of the breath wash through us. The soft pulse of our natural breath rhythm reverberating in our belly. And the awareness is now softening and resting into the space between the eyebrows. Have a sense that you're allowing the whole back body to open up to the support of the earth. Widening through the whole back of yourself. Let the back of the skull widen, broadening out, softening. Widening.
न जानामि भक्तिं व्रतं वापि माता गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका कुकर्मी कुसंगी कुबुद्धि कुदास कुलाचारहीन कदाचारलीन कुदृष्टि कुवाक्य प्रवन्द सदाहम् गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि प्रचेशं रमेशं महेशं सुरेशं दिनेशं निशीथेश्वरं वा कदाचित् न जानामि चान्यत् सदाहं शरण्ये गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि विवादे विषादे प्रमादे प्रवासे जले चानले पर्वते शत्रुमध्ये
So deepening your breath and allow that all pervading sense of spaciousness and connection to life itself stay with you as you very gently Deepen your breath and begin to move a little bit in any way that feels good. Mindful, slow movements to awaken. Gently drawing your knees in, rolling to your side and resting on your side for a moment. And very slowly bringing yourself up to a seated position, sitting in a comfortable seated position. Relax the shoulders down, jaw relaxing. Settle into the heavy dome of your pelvis. Adopt that potent stillness that allows us to really be with ourselves after a yoga practice. And then let's bring the palms together in front of the third eye and we'll chant Om to close our session. Just take a moment to really give thanks to this bright consciousness that we are able to tap into and nurture through our yoga practice. Consciousness that allows us to expand our awareness, open our hearts, and to be with ourselves however we are, to heal, to live. Deep breath in. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarinyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. May all beings taste and experience truth, oneness. May our minds be illuminated. Namaste.